Hello everyone. First of all, welcome to this lesson. It's my first video in this channel. So we gonna read economics today in this today's class. This is of the class 11th of CHEC course, and the name of the topic is Status of Indian Economy on the Way of Independence. So what is this? Status of Indian economy on the way of independence. So, on the way of independence means during the time of independence, or we can say that during the time of British period, where British had come to India for their trade. So, this is the time of this basically the chapter is during that time, and we read about what was the economic condition during that time. It is good, yeah, very low, yeah. What happens to the Indian economy? We have to let's start these conditions of the Indian economy during the period of independence. So first, talking about the condition of India. What was the condition of India during that time? Okay, so during the period of about 200 years of British rule, Indian economy was in a great exploitation. First, we know that in the recent years, means during this recent years, India is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Yes, it's true that India is the fastest growing economies in the world during the recent years. But talking about the period of 200 years, which was of British rule, the Indian economy was in a great exploitation. Why it is in great exploitation? Because the British rule had come to India, and they started their trade in the Indian economy, in the Indian market. They started their trade. Why they started trade in the Indian economy, or we can say India? So this the main purpose of British rule was to use the Indian economy, as they are getting cheap raw material and market. So what they are getting from the Indian market, they're getting cheap raw material, cheap market. For this reason, they started their trade in India. Okay, but the problem, what was the problem? The problem was that they didn't pay any attention towards the development of Indian country, Indian economy. So they didn't pay any attention towards the development of Indian economy, development of people, citizens of India. Just they took advantages for their own. They took they trade in this India for their own advantages, not for the development of Indian economy. So for this, what happens? So for this, Indian economy was in the state of underdeveloped, and backwardness and large inequalities have been shown. Mass illiteracy, that means the lack of education. People are not affording education. Unemployment have been seen in all over the country. So बहुत सारे problems बहुत सारे places में दिखाए गए because of the Indian economy under development. Backwardness आ गया Indian economy में. That means Indian economy जो था वो low condition में आ गया. Large inequalities दिखाई गई, मतलब जो पुअर थे वो बहुत पुअर होते गए. एंड मास इलिटरेसी, पीपल को एजुकेशन अफोर्ड नहीं कर पाए. अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट इज सीन इन द वेरियस प्लेसेस ऑफ द कंट्री. ओके, ये हमने पढ़ा ओवरऑल कंडीशन ऑफ इंडिया. अब हम पार्ट पार्ट पर जाएंगे, नॉट पार्ट पार्ट ऑफ प्लेस बट पार्ट पार्ट स्ट्रक्चर, लाइक व्हाट इज द कंडीशन ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर, व्हाट इज द कंडीशन ऑफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, इंडस्ट्री. ऐसे हम एक एक करके जाएंगे. सो फर्स्ट वन इज status of agriculture. So agriculture is the most dominant sector of Indian economy. So most dominant sector of Indian economy is agriculture. What is its reason? The reason is that most of the people are engaged in this activity, that is agriculture. How many percentage? About that time about 72% of labor force are engaged in agriculture. That means you can see that most of the people are engaged in this sector. Agriculture is a primary activity, that means it produces raw material. And also not only that most people engaged, but also the contribution of agriculture towards the national income was very more. It's about half of the national income comes from the agriculture. That was more than 50%. Yes, okay. And next one is the food crop. The food crop which was there, they accounts 80% ऑफ टोटल कल्टीवेट एरिया। जितना टोटल कल्टीवेट एरिया है इंडिया में, उससे 80% क्या करते हैं, फूड क्रॉप। 80% is food crops accounts about 80% of the total cultivate area. Okay. Now, what India produced? So India produced 32% of groundnut, 41% of jute. So this is not about only India; it is the overall condition, overall percentage that what India produced. So overall, we can see that India produced about 32% of groundnut. If overall the total percent is 100%, so 32% produced in India. So 32% of groundnut, 41% of jute, 27% of rice, these are produced in India. And also, India is the second largest producer of cotton. India is the second largest producer of cotton. Here, this is the status of agriculture. That means we can see that agriculture has been more improved that time, but the peasants are not improved. Economic condition of peasantry was poor. The peasants who are engaged, or the farmers who are engaged in this agricultural activity, the condition or the economic condition of them are not very rich. They are living a miserable life. Okay, this is talking about the status of agriculture. Next we go for the state of industries. Okay, next is state of Indian industry. So the Indian industrial sector that was there, it was very extremely backward. Why it was backward? Industrial development of India was insufficient as only 11% of total workforce employed. So industrial development was not very good, or we can say it is very backward or insufficient, because only small amount of percentage of people are engaged in this activity. That is about 11%. That means very small portion of people are engaged in this. And also the contribution of industrial sector towards the national income is very low. That is about 6.6%, where agriculture is more than 50%, but industries is just only 6.6% towards the national income. And also for this reason also, per capita income of the industrial sector was very low. These are the condition of Indian industry. Okay, so a country was completely dependent on the rest of the world for imports and plant machines. So इंडिया का जो इंडस्ट्रियल सेक्टर था वो ज़्यादा इम्प्रूव नहीं था, ज़्यादा ऑर्गेनाइज नहीं था, इसीलिए द इंडिया डिपेंडेड ऑन रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड फॉर द imports of the plants, machineries, any other goods. And also one thing, that Indian industrial sector, they more emphasize on the consumer good industry. So what is consumer good industry? What consumer good industry produce? So consumer good industry are the basically the goods which we use, like cosmetics, some garments. These are the things we use in the consumer good industry. So Indian industry produce these things. But the basic capital goods like machinery, technology, so these things have been neglected. Okay, so that for this reason the Indian industry has not been so much improved that time. Okay, this is talking about the Indian industry. Now go for the state of infrastructure. State of infrastructure. So before independence, India have very poor infrastructure, like communication facilities are outdated, power generation were negligible. So before independence, they have a poor infrastructure. That means the communication facilities, which was now very improved, that was that time that is outdated, means very old fashioned or old styled. And power generation, that was also negligible or neglected. And talking about the railway system, so railway system are designed that it facilitated the movement of manufactured goods and raw materials from port to towns. What does it mean? That railway system are designed in such a way they transfer any type of raw material, any type of goods from the to port to any other places, any other towns. But this is not facilitated in the within the country. तो जो रेलवे फैसिलिटी जो थे हमारे, वो इनसाइड द कंट्री में नहीं कर रहे थे, वो पोर्ट से किसी अदर प्लेसेस में जा रहे थे. तो इसका मीनिंग क्या आ गया? तो इसका मीनिंग है कि एक्सपोर्ट और इंपोर्ट बहुत अच्छे से हो रही थी. एक्सपोर्ट एंड इंपोर्ट अच्छे से हो रही थी, पर जो डोमेस्टिक यूज है, डोमेस्टिक मैन्युफैक्चर है, वो नहीं हो रहा था. So the export and import are very good rather than the domestic use and domestic manufacture. अगर import होगा import, if import is occur then manufacture will be occur, if export will occur then domestic use. So import और export हो रही थी but domestic use और domestic manufacture इंडिया में नहीं हो रही थी because within the country में कोई railway facilities नहीं था. Next one is the import of industrial products leads slow and lopsided growth. So यहाँ पर हमने देखा कि जो infrastructure था वो inadequate था. This inadequacy in the infrastructure leads to slow and lopsided growth of Indian industry. तो ये जो inadequate था infrastructure, ये हमारी Indian industry को भी low standard में चल रहा था, मतलब कोई development नहीं हो रही थी Indian industries में. Okay. Now the next one is लो पर कैपिटा इनकम. बहुत सारे ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स हो रही थी दैट टाइम पर. देन वन इज द लो पर कैपिटा इनकम. व्हाट इज पर कैपिटा इनकम? सो पर कैपिटा इनकम इट refers टू द इनकम पर हेड ऑफ द पॉपुलेशन. पर हेड, अगर एक फैमिली में 5 पर्सन है तो पर हेड का क्या इनकम है, दैट इज द per capita income, per head income. So it refers to an income per head of the population. And how it is obtained? It obtained by the dividing the country's national income by its population. By when we divide the country's national income by the total population, we got the per capita income. So now talking about the India's per capita income. India's per capita income was estimated rupees 238 in a year of 1950 to 51. So India का जो per capita income 1950 to 51 यहाँ कितना था? रुपीज 238 इंडिया का था. That means the average monthly income of individual was less than 20 rupees. एक person का average monthly income कितना है? Less than 20 rupees. You can see here that how low the per capita income, how very low of the condition in the income of the individual or also total income of the India. This indicates the underdeveloped state of Indian economy. So low per capita income है तो इंडिया का भी economic condition भी very low होगा. So this is underdeveloped state in Indian economy. Okay, now moving forward, what are the other problems? Then next one is widespread poverty and low standard of living. Why this happens? Widespread poverty, income low है तो people को अपने food नहीं मिल पा रहे हैं, उनकी standard of living नहीं बढ़ पा रहे हैं, तो इसके वजह से low income की वजह से बढ़ रहा है हमारा poverty, then बढ़ रहा है हमारा low standard of living. So main reason क्या है? ड्यू टू द लो पर कैपिटा इनकम. पर कैपिटा इनकम जो है हमारा पीपल का वो बहुत ही ज्यादा लो है. सो ड्यू टू द लो पर कैपिटा इनकम, सो मेजर पीपल जो है वो लिविंग दे आर लिविंग इन अ पॉवर्टी. Poverty means they are not afford food, they are living in a very low standard living. Okay, so in what are some more responsible or reasons for the low standard of living? That is inadequate and unbalanced diet, primitive and insufficient housing. Also they do not get any proper education. That means the lack of education or people are becoming illiterate. Poor healthcare facilities, medical facilities was not there. So for this poor healthcare facilities, these are some of the reasons for the low standard of living. These are the reasons for the low standard of living of the India's people. Okay, इतने हमने यहाँ पर देखा कि बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स थी, तो कुछ ग्रोथ भी होगी, कुछ डेवलपमेंट भी होगी, बट नहीं, कुछ भी डेवलपमेंट नहीं हुआ, बल्कि वो धीरे धीरे कम रहा था. अपना डेवलपमेंट का जो स्टेटस था वो धीरे धीरे कम रहा था, नेगेटिव के साइड पे भी आ सकता है. So we can see that stagnation in the Indian economy. So talking about the time of independence, so Indian economy was very dull, very low because of the lower per capita income. हमने देखा जो per capita income है वो very low है. एक individual, एक per capita individual का जो per capita income वो less than 20 rupees है per monthly. Per monthly it was less than 20 rupees. So that means it is very low per capita income. So during the time of 1860 and 1890, So this is much before independence. So the average per capita income was 0.64%. The average per capita income was 0.64%. Then it came down. So ग्रेजुअली वो इंक्रीज करेगा ना, हमारा इनकम का जो प्रोसेस है वो धीरे धीरे इंक्रीज करेगा, बट क्या हुआ, वो डिक्रीज हो रहा है. लाइक दैट इट केम डाउन टू 0.16%. 64% से 16% आ गया. ड्यूरिंग 1920 टू 1940 में वो 0.16% आ गया. एंड देन इट कम बिकेम नेगेटिव 0.13%. नेगेटिव 0.13% ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ 1940 to 1950. This was the condition of Indian economy. It comes to negative sided. Okay, and what is its main reason? The main reason for the stagnation in economy, one is the slow growth of agricultural product, which only increased 10% during 52 period. Okay, one thing we learned from the previous, that agriculture is the main activity of Indian people. So if the agriculture side was improved, people also, Indian economy also improved, but the agricultural growth was slow. Agricultural growth was slow. For this reason, the Indian economy have growing in a very slow manner. So which and the agricultural जो growth था वो 52 year period में बस 10% का increase हुआ था. That means जो बहुत ही slow way में growth कर रहा था. And in this period also food grains declined by 32%. जो food grains थे उनकी भी percentage low हो गई थी. So these are the condition of agriculture during this time. So agriculture जो है हमारा एक बहुत ही important sector है, important we can say the backbone of the Indian economy, वो ही low हो गया था that time पर. So Indian economy कैसे growth कर सकती है? ओके बस सिर्फ एग्रीकल्चर नहीं, और भी सारे बहुत फैक्टर्स थे फॉर द डिक्लेनेशन ऑफ इंडियन इकोनॉमी, लाइक which bears testimony of poverty, जो हमारे कंडीशन इंडियन इकोनॉमी में और इंडियन सिटीजन्स के बीच में पॉवर्टी ले आई. सो क्या क्या था? फेमिनिस्ट था, इंक्रीजिंग इन डेबिटनेस ऑफ cultivators. So these are some of the several other factors which is responsible for the downward structure of the Indian economy. ओके सो कुछ और प्रॉब्लम्स भी हैं, हम उसे भी पढ़ेंगे. दैट इज मैसिव अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट. तो बहुत स्लो ग्रोथ था इंडियन इकोनॉमी का, तो वो जॉब क्रिएट नहीं कर पा रही थी. सो ड्यूरिंग द पीरियड ऑफ ब्रिटिश पीरियड देयर वाज अ लैक ऑफ जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज. कोई जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज नहीं हो पाती थी. And this led to the unemployment, or we can say the underemployment. So कोई employment नहीं मिल पा रहा था. People are searching for the jobs, but they do not get any job. Where in the urban areas also they didn't get any proper job. For this it shows unemployment or underemployment. Inadequacy of industrialization and poor state of agriculture. So agriculture में बहुत सारे people engaged थे, industries में भी बहुत सारे people engaged थे, but वो भी अब डाउन हो गया था. एग्रीकल्चर डाउन हो गया था, इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन जो था वो भी डाउन हो गया था, इसीलिए बहुत सारे अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट दिखाई देने लगे. सो बहुत से पीपल ऐसे ही बिना काम के घूमते रहे. सो अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड अंडर एम्प्लॉयमेंट हैव बीन सीन इन द मोस्ट ऑफ द प्लेसेस. ओके, now next is mass illiteracy. Mass illiteracy means people are not able to getting proper education. So at the time of independence, only 17% of population, excluding the children, were illiterate. So total 100% है, उसमें से 17% जो थे, चिल्ड्रन को एक्सक्लूड करके ओनली 17% जो थे वो थे हमारे illiterate. वो children were illiterate, literate, which was very negligible. बाकी जो थे मतलब 17% जो थे वो literate थे, और बाकी जो जितने थे वो थे illiterate. मतलब बहुत the rest of the part which is very more, that was illiterate, which is very negligible and mostly found in rural areas. So rural areas में क्या होता है कि उनको proper education facilities नहीं मिल पाती थी. रूरल और स्लम एरियाज में उनको एजुकेशन फैसिलिटी नहीं मिल पा रही थी, इसीलिए रूरल एरियाज में ये जो इलिटरेट पॉपुलेशन जो थे वो ज्यादा हुआ करते थे. टिल नाउ ऑल्सो अभी भी हमारा जो इलिटरेसी रेट वो सॉल्व नहीं हुआ है. Till now also literacy rate is not increased. It is only of 74.4%. It is developed. Yes, we can say that it is developed, but not completely developed. It is not completely developed. It is developing. So it is only of 74.04%. Okay. Now some other problems लाइक हाई बर्थ रेट एंड हाई मोटिलिटी रेट। कोई मतलब मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज नहीं था, इसीलिए हमारा बढ़ गई हाई मोटिलिटी रेट। और क्या होता था, पॉपुलेशन भी ग्रोथ कर रही थी, मतलब बर्थ डेथ रेट से ज्यादा बर्थ रेट हुआ करती थी। दैट मीन्स जो पॉपुलेशन जो थी वो भी इंक्रीज कर रही थी। ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ 1931 to 41, the birth rate was 45.2 and death rate was 31. So birth rate death rate से ज़्यादा थी. For this the quite high growth rate of population. ऐसे ही हमारा इकोनॉमी नॉट डेवलप नहीं हो रहा था, जॉब नहीं थे, कुछ भी फैसिलिटीज नहीं था, पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ कर रही थी। तो ये था एक बड़ा ऑब्स्टैकल इन द पाथ ऑफ इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट। इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट हो सकता है, बट जो पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ, दैट वाज द मेन रीजन इन द, और द वी कैन से the main obstacle in the path of economic development. Okay, and also the low level of urbanization. Urbanization means people are preferring urban areas than rural areas. So people, बहुत से people जो थे वो rural areas में रहते थे. So there, for this reason, so there was a low level of urbanization. So India was overwhelming become a country of villages. Now we can say that India is a country of towns because people mostly job के लिए और अपनी high standard living के लिए towns में रहते हैं, but that time पर जो बहुत सी population थी वो village area में रहते थे। क्यों रहते थे? क्योंकि उनकी main जो activity थी वो agriculture थी। Their primary activity is agriculture, so for this activity they are mostly preferring for the villages. And उस time पर जो job के लिए भी कोई urban areas में आ सकता था, but job was also not created. So for this reason हमारा unemployment हमने देखा कि in the previous slide during the British period there was a lack of job opportunities. कोई job opportunities नहीं हुआ करती थी, तो people क्यों आएंगे urban areas में, क्योंकि कोई job ही नहीं है। तो ऐसे ही अपनी life को maintain करने के लिए वो village areas में mostly रहते थे। So about 85.8% countries की जो population है वो village areas में रहती थी, and very few population जो की थे हमारे 14.2%, जो very few population थी, they are living in the urban areas. So that means the level of urbanization is very low at the time. So urbanization low है, industrialization भी उसके साथ लो हो गया है, जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटीज भी नहीं है। ऐसे ही हमने देखा कि बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स हो गई थी इंडिया में व्हेन ब्रिटिश रूल कमिंग टू दिस इंडिया। सो ऐसे बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स थे, इलिटरेसी रेट बढ़ गई थी, हाई इन्फेंट मोर्टिलिटी रेट, मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज अवेलेबल नहीं थी, ऐसे ही बहुत सारे बैड कंडीशन आ गई थी इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ में। इकोनॉमिक ग्रोथ तो नहीं हो रहा था, so it will downward, it goes in the negative sided. Indian economic growth began coming towards the negative side. These are some of the problems we learned in this class. So some of the problems are there, some rest of the problems are there which we cover in the next part, next class. So hope you all enjoy this class. So thank you.